Alright, today we're in Belize. This is a tender port, so we'll actually not go into the port, but we will take boats to get to the port. Sunset for the day. Or sunrise, sorry, not sunset. All I had this morning was breakfast, was cereal, because the buffet was not open. I do have an excursion to go to some ruins today and a river tour. So we'll be filming as much of that as allowed. So yeah, I'll keep you guys along. Hope you have a great day.
Is the former capital of our country. But because of a hurricane that devastated our country, and in Barbados, what hand do you drive on?
On the other side.
Left hand, right?
Yeah, left hand side. Yeah, left hand
Well,
side.
in Belize, we once drove on the left hand side, but we were making preparations to host the Pan American Highway. And that was what led us to switch lanes.
Really?
But the same year that we switched lanes, the same year we got hit with that Category 5 hurricane. And because of the devastation that was caused by that hurricane, where approximately about 70% of the buildings were destroyed by the hurricane, the funding that we had gotten to host the highway, the government at that time took it. And they built a new capital which sits some 50 miles inland, west of Belize City, and that area is over 200 feet above sea level. So local villagers from this area needed material to start reconstruct their homes and also to reconstruct the road. Unbeknown to them, what was covered under vegetation was actually buildings that was once occupied by the indigenous people to the area, who have been around here from about 2500 BC. And up until today, the Mayans still make about 12% of our current population, which the population of Belize is a little bit more than 400,000 people, with 1/3 of that population resides within Belize City. So, as the local villagers were digging for construction material, they started to find beautiful carved pieces of jade, which some of them took, and they worked around their neck suspenders. At that time, A.H. Anderson was the guy who was in charge of archaeology, who came in possession of one of those, sent it out to be informed that it has a relationship with that of the Mayan. They then stopped the people from digging, and they invited the Royal Ontario Museum of Canada, who sent Dr. David Pendergast. From 1964 up until the 70s, excavation has been conducted at this site under the supervision of Dr. David Pendergast. Before the site of Altun Ha was said to be discovered, we were said to be on the periphery of the Mayan world. But because of a significant find that had been found within structure B4, where it had 8 phases of construction, with 2 phases have been completely removed. But within the 6th phase, they uncovered a burial tomb. And within that tomb, you had over 82 pieces of artifacts, which included polychrome plate, pottery vessels, incense burner. But the most impressive find was that of the jade head, the largest carved piece of jade that has ever been found throughout the Bundamar world, which consists of 5 countries. Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador all makes up the Mundo Maya world. Now, jade is not native to the country of Belize. Jade is a volcanic rock that is acquired from the Matagua Valley, The Matago Valley is an area within Guatemala, Honduras. This was where they found the largest carved piece of jade. Now, the site of Altun Ha is dated back from 200 BC. Construction effort lasted up until about 980. There is also a pond that is dated back to about 100 BC, which the village might have gotten the name from the site itself, because the little village that the site sits within is known as Rockstone Pond. Working alongside with Dr. David Pendergast was a guy who spoke the Yucatec Man language, and he asked him if he could have translated the name of Rockstone Pond into that Yucatec Man language. So the word Altun means rock stone. They did not have a Mayan word for pond, so Altun Ha, rock stone water, is the translation. When they did do an aerial map where they uncovered an aerial map and they found over 500 visible mounds. Today we're only going to be covering the epicenter, 13 visible structures. With that said, guys, any questions?
Are they still digging today, or have they
No,
stopped?
no. Everything is not in Belize, not at this site.
Okay.
But they are doing work at another site known as Shenandoah that I know of. And they recently uncovered a tomb of a king at a site known as Caracol, which is one of the largest Mayan cities throughout the Mundo Maya world.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so
Are they ever going to restart digging here, or
that I
or
can't,
just takes
that
money?
I can't answer. It's all based on funding.
Of course, it's all funding.
Ethan.
Makes sense to me. Okay, that's cool.
Ethan. But
Ethan, boy, he's wandering off. Once you finish getting a picture, guys, you can come over here.
As we move along, here, to the left-hand side of this temple, you will find another reconstruction, another residence. You see, can you see the doorways? That's how we know. You know, initially they thought it was only a partition that separates one plaza from the other. But after they did more excavation here, it was
It's like, there's got to be something underneath this hill.
Yeah, but this one was destroyed by the local villagers.
Oh, okay. Looking for loot, or
When they were actually digging for construction material.
okay. Interesting. Cool how the trees, just grow anywhere.
Yeah.
Can't stop Mother Nature, no matter how hard you try.
Each consisting of a stone earth core lined with a thin layer of limestone plaster. When it reaches final height, that was when they started construction of the building.
Look, they went up on that one.
That one there is known as structure A1. Multiple phases of construction, but at the top, they uncovered a burial of a priest dated back to some 500 AD. Within that building, or within the tomb, they found over 300 pieces of jade. Led that building to be called the Temple of the Green Tomb. But they also found Pachuca obsidian that was collected from an area in Mexico. Jade comes from the Motagua Valley. That's a river valley area between Guatemala and Honduras. So because of the wealth that had been found at this site, and there's no evidence of human sacrifices, there were no barcodes, led Data Pendergast to speculate that the site was used mainly for trade. Okay? But they also found stingray spine obsidian blade that was might have been used in minor bloodletting rituals. But the most important find within that building was also a book known as a codex. But the book was too fragile to be reassembled. But there's only 4 known books that actually survived the Mayan era. And when the Spaniards arrived into this era, all in the name of Christianity and wanted to Christianize the people, they burnt their books and killed their rulers and their priests because they said they were devil worshippers. So there's only 4 known books, and that is one of the other books, but it was too fragile to be reassembled. So right beside it sits structure A2. That building could have been used to entertain the people on the days when they came to trade. So structure A3, that building there.
When you say building, can you go inside of it?
No, these were only tombs.
Okay.
And they did not. There's no evidence of any tomb found within that building. But based on radiocarbon dating that was found, and averages that had been found within the building, showed that they occupied the area up until about 1100 AD. What happened? Somewhere around 900 AD, the region experienced a drought. And as the region experienced a drought, the peasants revolted. And as the peasants revolted, the rulers abandoned the city.
Oh,
Structure A4 separates Plaza A from Plaza B.
okay.
Now this one here is known as structure A5. But this building here, little is known about the building. No, sorry, within structure A5, they found the burial of a female dated to the same time frame of that ruler, which is believed that she might have been placed within the building to meet the ruler in his afterlife in a hallucinogenic state of mind. At the top, there's a long narrow room which required some form of concealment from the spectators below.
Is that an iguana up there?
Where?
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it might be a rock iguana. Now this one here, structure A6, little is known about it, other than it's aligned with the North Star Polaris, and it contains 13 interior and 13 exterior doorways. 13 was a very significant number to the Mayans. 13 levels to the heavens. So guys, if you're gonna be climbing, you have that building there, that there's those handrails.
Okay.
So if you go up, especially with Ethan, you're gonna hold his hand, okay? So guys, go right ahead and then you return back.
Has there been a movie shot here or anything?
A documentary with Shine Barrow.
I thought I had deja vu, but I know I saw this site already. I was freaking out
A
just now.
documentary with him.
Okay.
Can we climb the other one with the handrails or no?
What happened? This one is not well preserved, but you could do it too over on the
Okay.
other side.
Awesome.
Where? Ibalba.
Oscar. Hey, Huh? Wait now. He can survive more than me.
Oh my god, why are we wearing long suits?
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of history and everything, yeah.
Well,
But we also live in this world, so there's always a price on everything.
we'll find a way.
Hey, do you want to go up?
No, not really. I went to one already.
I'm gonna go up. Can you take a picture?
No.
I guess I shouldn't have called you up so soon. Sorry.
I'm going to go over here.
Okay. So they done a lot of repairing of the stone, or
Well, some of those are original.
okay.
Oh, I was going to take a picture of your mom. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot.
No. Don't come down from there. That's five. Over on this side is from east to the west. What's her name?
Hannah.
Hannah. Where does the sun rise?
Up.
No.
It rises in the what? Sets in the what? Oh god, we failed this time.
Yeah, we did.
It rises in the east and
That
sets
sets
in
in
the
the
west.
west. Goes from east to
Yeah,
west.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
No,
they
you
have,
don't.
they have Pride of Barbados there, the flower.
Where?
Well,
So that's the temple of the sun god.
mm.
That's east.
Oh,
That building there had 8 phases of construction.
Oh, is that?
2 phases of construction have been completed. So you're looking at 6 construction phases.
No, don't travel to my life.
But you see that area?
At the top, in the middle?
Yeah. That was where they uncovered the burial tomb of the priest.
Is that why it's all flat and everything?
No, where you see the guy who's walking towards?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that piece projected out, that was where they found the burial.
Okay.
Now, if you notice, there's 2 masks on each side.
Yeah.
That represents the 4 cardinal directions. The slabs going up. That's 9 entrances, 9 levels to the underworld,
Oh.
where the 9 evil gods fence you. They believe the gateway to hell was through the caves, That's the reason why you spoke about this remains that were found in the cave,
Right.
because around 900 AD when the drought occurred, the Mayans started to, and that was when the Mayan civilization collapsed, because they started to lose faith in the rulers. And the rulers they got desperate and they started to sacrifice toddlers that was less than a year old, because they wanted to appease the rain god.
Oh.
So we do have case system that we have people that were sacrificed. Toddlers, yes. So you see, B1 would have been used as an administrative building, B2 was completely destroyed, B3 would have been a residential building supported by a pole and thatch structure roof. B5, if you look at the windows, that building could have been used as an observatory building where the Mayans have, from about 200 BC, developed one of the most advanced calendrical systems where they calculated and computed the tropical year to consist of 365.242 days. But besides the solar, they have calendar, they also had a ritual calendar that had 13 months of 20 days, 260 days. Those two calendrical wheels would only meet at a starting point based upon the completion of a 52-year cycle. Every 52 years is considered a sacred run by the Mayan. B6 was a minor ceremonial building, but the most impressive building is this structure B4. That is some 54 feet. So guys, if you're going to be climbing, there's a stair on the side. And
The center, this area that we're in right now, this was just a field for them, or?
this is an area that we would have said would be a trading area. It could also be used for a ceremonial occasion.
Oh, okay.
So once you finish, you go up, you get your pictures, and then we head into the museum for a few minutes, and then we head back to the port.
Can you take pictures while we're up there?
Yeah, can I wait till y'all get up there?
Can we go see the pond or no?
No, you can't go to the pond.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I saw a sign for the pond, that's why I was
No.
curious. Have they dredged the pond or anything like that?
No. The pond is left the same way it was.
So same as it was way back then?
Well, it
Or-
is now covered and stuff.
Okay.
Well, they have vegetation and everything around it.
So yeah, you probably don't want to go in the pond right now. Cool. All right, that's maybe it for today. This is the museum. Articles of trade, jade, cacao, obsession, feathers, pelts. Position for trade. Kind of cool. Traders. Ponds. Temples.
It's nice arrow.
Where are you going, big guy?
Ethan, don't play. Alright, since I didn't have lunch while on the ruins tour,
I just grabbed a quick snack before dinner. So I got some pizza. It's a thin crust. It's okay. I've had better, but I've also had a lot worse. So until dinner, this will tide me over for a few hours. So talk to you then. Bye. Alright, for tonight's soup, we're doing the poblano roasted corn. And I'm also should be getting some stuffed mushrooms, so we'll show that here in a second. And now for the second appetizer, roasted mushrooms. Okay, for dinner we're doing a pepper steak with scallions and onions with some rice. So and for dessert we have tiramisu. Hello, it's well, today is actually we're in Cozumel, but I just remembered that I forgot to film a outro for my Belize excursion yesterday. So let me give a quick update on that, and then I can do the outro for today. So for Belize, we went to the Altun ruins, and we were supposed to also do a river excursion as well, but the guide showed up late, so we were not able to do the river portion, or else we wouldn't have made it back to the ship on time. So they changed it to a city excursion, which, to be honest, I really wasn't wanting to do. The ruins part was really nice, and the fact that there were only 5 of us on the tour made it even better because it was a smaller tour group, easier to move around, and hopefully I got some good video for everyone. He gave some really good information and everything, so overall it was a good time. But I enjoyed it, and then came back to the ship, had some dinner, and just kind of hung out because, well, all they did last night was Deal or No Deal, and I didn't really want to buy a ticket, and I wasn't going to watch other people win a lot of money, so hit the casinos for a little bit. I don't think I'm allowed to film in the casinos, so I didn't. And then just came back and hung out in the room and on the balcony, and got ready for Cozumel, which is, like I said, today. So I'll go ahead and end this, and that way I can get this video uploaded, and you guys can see what I wound up doing yesterday.